Welcome to Eduzon Academy, an academy for career advancement. Eduzon Academy Cybersecurity Series #EACSS Video 1. Our today's topic is different types of malware and cyber attacks. What is malware? If you work in information and technology field, or even if you are a tech-savvy person, you must have heard of this term before. Malware is also known as malicious software. Now the question is, what is malicious software or malware? You may or may not came across a situation when your computer system got infiltrated by a virus or some other undesirable software. These undesirable software are known as malware. Malware can damage your computer system or laptop or mobile devices without your knowledge or consent. In this video, we will learn about different types of malwares. Malware can infect your computer system and can halt your work for a long period of time. So it is better to know different types of malwares so that you can take some preventive measures ahead of time. Now, if you have heard the term malware or virus, then you must have heard about antivirus software. Antivirus software helps in locating and removing malware from your computer system. Many people use different types of antivirus software on their computer system to stay protected against different malware or viruses. But most of the computer users don't know about various types of malware and how they arise. And to protect your computer system against malware, first you should know about it. Now the question comes that how a virus gets installed in your computer system. Obviously you don't want your system to get affected from hazardous virus, and you don't install them in your system by yourself. But unfortunately, a virus gets installed and executed knowingly or unknowingly by the computer user in one way or other way. And once a virus gets executed, it infects files on your computer and spreads itself across the computer. Other computer systems can also get affected because of the reproductive capability of the virus. Now, as we know what malware is, let's learn about different types of malwares. Many people have heard about Trojans and ransomware. But there are many other deadly malwares that can damage a computer system. Here are different types of malwares. So let's start learning about them one by one. Ransomware. As the name suggests, ransomware is a malware that asks for ransom, or money, to be paid for accessing a computer system, otherwise it will restrict access to the computer. You will get message to decrypt the files or to regain access of your computer. Examples of ransomware are WannaCry, NotPetya, Nyetaya, SamSam, Bad Rabbit, and others. Ransomware uses phishing and spear phishing attack infection method. While spear phishing method is used to target one person or organization, phishing method is used to target a group. However, both methods are hazardous. Spear phishing method is more rewarding for cybercriminals. So, as a user, we need to remain alert. Spear phishing attacks have happened less as compared to phishing attacks because spear phishing attacks require more effort for targeted user. To learn more about phishing and spear phishing attack, I would suggest you to watch the video, Difference between phishing and spear phishing, on our YouTube channel. Now, let's move to the next malware. Trojans. You must have heard this malware more often. Trojans, also known as Trojan horses, performs malicious functions behind the scenes. It appears to perform sensible and desirable functions, but actually, it performs harmful functions. Technically, they are not viruses, and they get downloaded without being noticed. Sometimes, when a user inserts a USB drive to the computer, they get transferred through it. Trojan slows down the performance of computer system. Remote access Trojans, rats, and rootkits. One of the most common types of Trojan is remote access Trojans, or rats. Back orifice, netbus, and sub7 are some of the examples of remote access Trojans. This malware allows an attacker to get higher administration privileges as compared to the actual owner of the computer system, and this capability is quite dangerous. As the name suggests, this malware acts as a remote administration tool. After getting remote access, an attacker can make any change in the host computer, and your computer becomes robot that runs on the commands given by the attacker. Rootkit also gives administrator-level control to the attacker, but without being detected. Rootkit malware performs malicious operations, not at the same moment, but at a later date. Even if you have already installed an antivirus software in your computer system, the rootkit malware gets activated before the booting process of operating system. It is not easy to detect rootkits. Hidden files, hidden processes, and hidden user accounts are some of the after effects of rootkit. Use a removable media, USB flash drive, or special rescue disk to detect a rootkit. Another way to get rid of rootkit is to reinstall all the software in your computer system. The process of reinstalling all the software takes less time as compared to the process of detecting a rootkit. Worms. A worm self-replicates to spread itself to other computers. The security holes in operating systems cause worms. Worms replicate themselves to the other systems over the network or the internet. Worms do not even need any sort of carrier to travel across the systems over the network. Worms don't even need to be executed by the user. NIMDA, also known as admin backward, is an example of worm. The self-replicating ability of worms cause general problem of network traffic and computer operations. Fileless virus. Fileless virus works in a memory-based environment. It is also known as non-malware. The attackers, at the time of attack, may deploy the malware via SSH, a RAT, or through ways of remote access. When fileless virus attacks, it weakens the endpoint security of the system and makes access control policies ineffective. Command and control, bots, and botnets. When a group of computers get affected by malware throughout the internet, then those compromised computers are known as bots, and this network of robots or bots is known as botnet. The master computer that controls these bots is known as Command and Control Server or C2. Bots are often called zombies because these bot computer systems don't know that the malware has been installed on them, and they are getting controlled by that malware. When bots receive commands from the C2, they execute that command and perform the action accordingly. Logic bombs. Some malwares initiate their malicious attacks when particular criteria are met. These malwares are logic bombs. This logic bomb is a type of code that has been into computer system and software. The line between malware and malware delivery system gets blurred when logic bomb initiates its malicious attack. At a specific time, logic bombs activate viruses, worms, or Trojans. Potentially unwanted programs and spyware. When you install a third-party software, or visit a website, then a type of malicious software gets downloaded into your computer system unknowingly. This malicious software is known as spyware. A spyware collects information about the user, and that's also without any consent of the user. A spyware can record your keystrokes and the websites you visit. If you have observed during your visit to different websites that some pop-ups appear, mainly related to malicious advertising. Potentially unwanted programs, PUP, consists of adware and grayware. Adware learns from your activity on the internet and pops up advertisements according to your interest. Grayware doesn't have harmful consequences, but it is related to spyware and adware. So what you can do to prevent spyware and PUP? The first thing you can do is update your operating system and use a firewall. Keep your anti-spyware software updated all the time. There are some built-in anti-spyware programs, such as Windows Defender, in your computer system. If you don't have it, then download it and use it. The next thing you can do is adjust your web browser security settings. In your web browser settings, disable cookies. If you don't want to disable cookies, then at least put a limit on the cookies. You can also turn on phishing filters and restrict unwanted websites. Clearing all cache at the time of exit is also an important step. Keyloggers. When you type on keyboards, a keylogger malware captures every keystroke, and through this keylogger, an attacker steals your sensitive data, including your credentials. Keylogging hardware devices and keylogging software are the two main types of keyloggers. Keylogging hardware devices are usually small physical devices that can be attached between users' keyboard and the main computer system. Keylogging software are software programs that are designed to trace and record keystrokes of user. Backdoors. Backdoors are also malware, through which an attacker can get access to users' computer system remotely. When a backdoor malware affects a computer system, it opens network port and makes it easier for an attacker to connect and control the system. An attacker collects personal information to attack in future. When you click a suspicious link or open a suspicious file, then a backdoor malware gets installed in your computer system. Now, as we have learned about different types of malwares, let's learn about different types of password attacks. Attackers can steal your credential information and can get access to your account to perform malicious activity. Passwords. Attackers use certain applications to crack your password. In this section of the video, we will learn about most common password-based attacks. An attacker uses dictionary-based attack technique to discover users' password by pulling words from the dictionary or word lists. The attackers have predefined dictionary through which they try to find a match for users' password. If a user has a password that has simple dictionary words, then it becomes easy for an attacker to discover password very quickly. Brute force attack. In brute force attack technique, an attacker uses trial and error method to guess and crack a user's password. An attacker tries multiple combination of random numbers and characters to crack password. Sometimes this technique may take days and months and years to get access of a user's account. The more the power of CPU of attacker, the more our chances of success of getting correct password. Password spraying. Password spraying is a password attack technique in which a cybercriminal tries to guess password of a user's account with a few commonly used passwords. An attacker uses traditional brute force technique to gain unauthorized access to a single account by guessing the password. When an attacker uses this technique, the targeted account gets locked out because there is a set limit for failed attempts, generally 3 to 5, for a set period of time. Offline and online password cracking. If you use weak password for your accounts, then you are giving opportunity to cybercriminals to hack your account. An attacker takes hash of your password and try to crack it offline. A hash of your password is an encrypted form of your password. When you allow your computer to save your password, it does not save it in clear text form. It recreates your password and turn it into hashes. For example, if you create your password as password 1234, your computer will convert and store it as 72D384SJE68R261CW826K56S33AR729. Now when you try to log into your computer, the computer starts processing the password that you put in, and computes a hash. It starts comparing that hash with the hashes it stored at the time you created your password. If the password match, you get access to your computer. In an offline password attack, an attacker tries to find the clear text value of your password to get access of your computer. In an online password attack, an attacker tries to guess the username and password at the login interface, web application, or exposed SSH terminal over the network. Online password attack is more traditional than offline password attack. Online password attack depends upon the speed of the network. Rainbow tables. A rainbow table attack uses a pre-computed table to crack the password hashes in a database. Through cryptanalysis attack, it becomes very easy for an attacker to crack password using these rainbow tables. Plaintext or unencrypted attack. In a plaintext or unencrypted attack, the attacker already knows the plaintext of the password, the crib, and its encrypted version, ciphertext. Through this information, the attacker tries to guess the secret keys, or tries to develop an algorithm to decrypt the rest of the ciphertext. So these were the types of various password attacks that a cybercriminal tries to get access of the user's or organization's account on a network system. Now, some of the attacks by cybercriminals are not done on computer network through internet, but they are done on physical assets by gaining access to physical infrastructure. Let's learn about various types of physical attacks done by cybercriminals so that you can take precautionary steps to protect your computer system from cybercriminals. Physical attacks. In a physical attack, an attacker tries to damage or disable physical asset of a building by gaining physical access to the infrastructure system. An unauthorized person can try to enter in the building of an organization, or even in the house of an individual, through door access and biometric machines. The attacker manipulates the system to disable or bypass access controls. In this section of this video, we will learn about various types of physical attacks in the field of cybercrime, so that you can take precautionary steps to protect your infrastructure and computer system from cybercriminals. Malicious flash drives. An attacker can use malicious flash drives to transfer malware to a computer system of an infrastructure. If an attacker has physical access to the building or system, then the attacker can damage the system through Trojan or ransomware. Malicious Universal Serial Bus Cables. In this physical attack, an attacker uses malicious USB cables to damage the system. The attacker uses USB cables that are designed to damage the devices. When a device is connected through these malicious USB cables, the attacker injects keystrokes on the victim's system. Card cloning attacks. To perform a physical attack on a building, attackers use card cloning attack technique to make clone of access cards to enter a building. Attackers also make clones of credit cards and SIM cards of cell phones to do frauds. Attackers use special software and hardware to perform these cloning attacks. Skimming. Skimming attack is a physical attack in which an attacker steals information of credit cards of users through ATM machines or electronic funds transfer at point of sale. Attackers install a small device, skimmer, at the card insert slot of ATM machines or at keypad of ATM machine by placing a false keyboard overlay or at point of sale terminals to capture personal identification number, PIN, of credit cards or debit cards, and after capturing the information, these skimmer devices store that information on the attached microchip. Another type of skimming attack is radio frequency identification attack, RFID attack. Attackers use RFID attack to identify and track tags that are attached to the cards or objective users. Now, let's learn about various types of adversarial artificial intelligence attack done by cybercriminals, so that you can take precautionary steps to protect your computer system from cybercriminals. Adversarial artificial intelligence attack. Cybercriminals use adversarial artificial intelligence attack technique to fool models with deceptive data. This type of attack is increasing in the artificial intelligence and machine learning community. Through an adversarial attack, an attacker tries to cause a malfunction in a machine learning model. In an adversarial attack, an attacker introduces maliciously designed data to deceive an already trained model of artificial intelligence and machine learning models. Due to this inaccurate data, incorrect predictions happen that can cause losses in finances and security. It can cause misinterpretation of data in facial recognition system and biometric verification systems. Types of adversarial attack. There are two types of adversarial attacks: white box attack and black box attack. In white box attack, the attacker has complete access to the parameters and architecture of the target model. In black box attack, the attacker has no access to the parameters and architecture of the target model. Attacker can only observe the outputs of the targeted model in black box attack. Supply chain attacks. A supply chain attack, also known as value chain attack or third-party attack, is a type of attack in which an attacker infiltrates computer system by targeting security weaknesses in the supply network. In the past, cybercriminals have launched various supply chain attacks on technology companies, financial service companies, and various other companies. Attackers install a rootkit or hardware-based spying components that can modify products or software. If you want to prevent your supply chain from attackers, then you should strictly control your supply network. For more educational videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Eduzon Academy, an academy for career advancement. Thanks for watching.